The topic for today's webinar is underrated but powerful spider features. So in this topic, we'll cover the features which are useful but maybe they are missed by some of the clients or traders. So we'll cover that features over here. So I'll move to the next slide and also turn off my camera and we'll get to the presentation. We'll get started now. Okay. Now, here I can see the contents of today's webinar. So, we'll start with the introduction and then we'll cover all these features such as group analysis, report designer, delivery volume report, harmonic and pattern scanner, and tool query. Okay, then I'll first introduce. Then, as we can see that there are some of the features in the Spider software which are most commonly used, such as tick query, technical query, but there are also some features which might be useful for the traders, but they are often, missed by them or they don't know how to correctly use it. So we'll cover all those features over here, which can make your analysis more better. Okay, so the first feature today will be group analysis. So I'll just see over here. Group analysis helps traders analyze multiple stocks from a particular sector. So I'll just open the group analysis from the Spider software. So this is our software. We'll go to the report section and then in the right hand side, I see group analysis. I'll click on the group analysis. In this window, I have selected the category as exchange defined NSC and then I have three options over here to compare the today's close with previous closing, today's open or close of a particular date. Okay, so I'll firstly compare the today's close with previous closing. I'll just click on process and then I can see a number of sectors in exchange defined NSC. Here I can see the group name and then the total scripts, the active scripts in that particular group, and then the close-up percentage. If I want to see the stocks which have a greater close-up percentage, which has a better performance, I can say, I can just click on the close-up percentage tab over here and I can sort it in an ascending or descending order. Here I can see that Nifty Private Bank, Nifty Financial Services have a close-up percentage of over 50%. Okay, if I want to see the stocks in the Nifty Private Bank or Financial Services, I can just double click on this particular name and then I can see the stocks. I can see a list of stocks which have in Nifty Private Bank. I can also see their percentage changes according to the previous closing. I can just click on the percentage tab over here and then I can sort it in an ascending or descending order. Okay. Now, if I want to open a particular chart from this, I can just click on the name of the particular script, which is double click, and then the ICICI chart would be opened up. Similarly, in HDFC, I can also see the HDFC chart. Okay. Now here, I also have a comparison. I can also have the comparison with today's open and then similarly as close off of a particular date. If I want to select a particular date, I can also select a particular date over here. I can also select today's date. Okay. If I select the date of 6th May and then process it, I'll see a list. I'll see the close up percentage according to the close of 6th May. I can just filter it out. I can see that Nifty Defense has performed really well with a close-up percentage of 75%. If I want to see the stocks in Nifty Defense, I can just double click and I can see that Idea Forge has performed really well with a percentage change of 21% over here. Similarly, Paris is also there. So I can use my group analysis for this purpose if I want to filter out the best sectors, the sectors in which the close-up percentage or the performance is very greater. Similarly, if I want to see the scripts in which the performance is very weak, I can just select that and I can see that Nifty Health is over here. I can see the stocks in Nifty Health. I can see which particular scripts underperformed in Nifty Health. So similarly, I can use the group analysis feature for this purpose. Okay, I'll get to the presentation now. and I can see that it's useful for identifying sector trends, performance comparison, and spotting the strongest or weakest stocks within a group. So that is what we covered in the group analysis feature. So we'll see the strongest if you want to see the strongest or weakest sectors in the exchange defined NSC. I can see it from the close-up percentage as I saw right now, and in if I want to see that in Nifty defense also, I can see that this particular stock is there, Idea Forge. Okay, then Astra Micro. So I can filter out the weakest or strongest stocks also in a particular group or in the entire exchange defined NSC. Okay, I'll get back to the. Then I'll get to the next slide now. So the next feature for today would be Report Designer. Okay, in Report Designer, particularly if you want to create a report of particular studies or indicators, you can create a report like that. You can save it, and if you want to do a further analysis on it, you can do that. So how we can do it? I'll just get to the software and we'll see that. So first I have to go to the report section, and then I can see Report Designer over here. In this Report Designer tab, I can add new columns by just clicking on this add new column. And in here, I can add the indicators I want. Okay, if I want to see a report of performance indicator, I'll just type P over here, and I can see the list of list of studies which start from the letter P. Okay, I'll just select performance indicator. I can change the parameters. If I want to see the performance of last 10 years or 20 years, I can set the date over here accordingly. And then in the column section, I can run the study on the last bar or on the nth back bar. So on the nth back bar means that if I want to run the study on this candle, this particular candle, second candle, I can just select the number as 1. So this would be my 0 candle, this would be my 1 candle, and this particular candle would be my second candle. So similarly, I can run the study on any candle I want. Okay, if I want to see the number of the candle here, I can just do Control D. I can just do Control D. I'll take the cursor over the candle and I can see the bar number in the bracket. Okay, so I can see it over here. So I can run the particular scanner on a particular candle. Okay, so if I want to if I want to run the study on a particular date, I can also select the particular date over here. Similarly, if I want to see the performance indicator was highest between a particular month, then I can just input the dates over here from and to. Okay, similarly, I can filter out for the lowest between in the particular dates, and similarly the highest in n bars. If I want to see the highest in this from this particular candle to this particular candle, the performance indicator, I can run this on the highest n bars or the lowest in n bars. So if I want to see the date in which the performance indicator showed a greater change, I can just select the date over here and then I'll click on add. So this my study has been added over here. If I want to modify the parameters of this particular study, I just click on it and then modify it from here. Okay. Similarly, if I want to remove the study, I'll just select the study and then remove it. And if I have added multiple studies over here, then I'll just select those studies and then remove all. Then all of the my studies would be removed. Now I'll just run this scanner. You can run this on an entire exchange or a particular group from here. I'll just select the Nifty 50 group for now, and then I'll just run it. And as you can see, I have created a report based on the performance indicator of Nifty 50. Okay. Here I can see the dates also. And similarly, if I want to see the performance indicator which was highest, I can just filter it out from here, and I can see that Bajaj Finance has the greatest performance in Nifty 50. I just click on that particular stock and I can see the chart of that. Okay, now that I have created a report of it. Now if I want to save this, I can just also save it from this action button. I can save it in a CSV file, an XLS file, or similarly, I can save this in a group also. Okay. Now, if I close this particular report and if I want to see this report again, I don't have to run it again over here. I'll just go to the report section and I'll click on the show previous report over here and I can see the previous report again. Okay. Now I have added this parameter. Okay. Now if I want to save this, okay, save these parameters, I'll just click on save over here and these parameters would be saved over here. If I want to use it on another day or sometime later, I can also use this later on. Okay, and here you have some filter conditions. You can filter it according to the rates, the one you want. If you want the stocks to be listed according to the rate, like from 300 to 2000 or 20,000, you can just filter it out accordingly to the rate, quantity, and the trades happened. And if you want active stocks, then you can just take on the last traded day on or after and select the last traded day over here. Similarly, you can filter it out according to the delivery percentage and then the exchange, or you can run it on an exchange or a particular group. Okay, you can also run it on the groups you have created from user defined groups. Okay, so this was the report designer part. Okay, I'll just get back to the PPT now. So here it shows that only that the report designer allows user to create customized technical reports. You can create the reports in that format. If you run it and then if you want to create a report, save it, you can just save it from here onwards. Okay, you can create a report likewise. And similarly, you can select the specific parameters, time frames or conditions. If you want another condition over here, you can also add it. If you want to add pivots over here, I can also select the pivot levels from here, and then I can select if I want the pivot level resistance or support from here. I'll just select the pivot and then I'll add it. Okay. Now if I run it, I'll also see the pivot values over here. Okay. So you can see that also over here, and if you want to save this, you can save it according to you. Okay. Now, I think this is clear enough. I'll get to the next slide. So now, if you have added some particular indicators on your charts, like for example, you have, I'll just remove these tools for now. Okay, and I'll add a particular study over here. Like for example, if I want super trend, I'll select super trend from here in all time frames. I'll select the parameter whichever I want, and then the display colors also I can select from here, and then I'll just add it. Now you can see that I have added a super trend over here. Okay, now if I want to export it to the chart, I want these parameters on the report designer also. I can just right click on the chart and then export the chart to report designer. When I select this option, all these values, the price OHLC and volume has been added over here. I just add super trend also. Okay, now all these values have been added over here. Now I can see that all price OHLC is added. If I don't want the open and high-low values, I just want the closing price. I can just untick all these and then I can run this on the group and I can see all those values over here. Okay, the closing value, and then the volume, the super trend value, and then the date also over here. Okay, now you can run this on a daily time frame. If you want this particular report to be refreshed every 5 seconds, then you can just select the refresh minutes over here. If you select one over here and then run this, then this particular report would be refreshed every 5 minutes. So you can see, if you want to run this on an intraday time frame also, you can see that the reports, the values are refreshing every 5 minutes over here. Okay, so this is how you can use the report designer for your analysis. Okay, I'll get back to the PPT now. I'll get to the next slide. So the next particular feature is delivery volume report. Okay, so this report basically shows the delivery percentage or the delivery volume in lakhs of a particular group or the entire NSC. So I'll just get to the software. I'll close these windows. I'll go to the report section. Here I'll see the delivery volume report. I'll click on it, and in this report I can see that I can filter out the delivery quantity if I want it to be greater than 10,000, and then similarly I can select the exchanges, the NSE or the BSC, or I can run it on the entire exchange, or I can even select a particular group over here. If I want Nifty 50 or Bank Nifty or FNO scripts, I can just select that from here. Okay, and then I'll just click on process, and I can see that the delivery volume report has been refreshed. Okay, then here I can see that I am getting a back 10 days data over here. Okay, and I am able to see the delivery percentage, delivery volume in the percentage form, because I selected the delivery percentage in display option. Okay, if I want this in the lakhs format in absolute value, I can just stick on the delivery volume in lakhs and then process, then it will show me a delivery percentage in lakhs. Now, if you want to see the delivery percentage, which particular stock the delivery percentage was highest, I can just click on the date over here, and I can see in Yes Bank the delivery percentage was highest. It was more than 1000 over here. So I can see it over here. And more delivery volume basically means that there is more accumulation in this particular stock. So you can plan your trades accordingly. You can just use this as an extra setup if you want to, you know, have a second, opinion, that if you want to also see the delivery volume which the stocks were higher, then you can just view the delivery volume report from here, and you can use it. Okay, you can also use it in a percentage form and then in the lakhs form. Now, if you want a delivery percentage in a from a particular percentage, like if you want a delivery percentage between 60 to 100 only, you can just type in 60 over here and then process. Then I'll see a delivery percentage from 60% onwards only. Okay, you can see the stocks in which the delivery percentage is above 60 only over here. So similarly, this is how you can use the delivery volume report feature over here. Okay, now I'll just get back to the presentation also, and we'll go through. We'll see that we see over here that the high delivery percentage offer indicate strong investor confidence in this particular stock. Okay, so here if I see that in HDFC Life there might be strong investor confidence, then there might be more accumulation of trades happening over here. You can just compare the delivery volume of HDFC Life from the back 10 to 15 days or 10 to 3 2 to 3 days, and then you can get the confidence that there might be a higher delivery percentage over here. Okay, so I guess this is fine. And then before we get to the next slide, we'll just launch a poll regarding to the next feature. So kindly fill that poll over here. So the next feature over here is harmonic pattern and scanner. Okay, now we'll just launch a poll just to see that you have used that you have used that feature recently or not, or if you have any, back testing or your studies in that particular step feature. Okay. So I can see over here that only 52% of people have only voted in the poll. So please vote in the poll so I can have an idea whether you have used the feature or not. Okay. So, okay, so I can see over here that the maximum people have voted for 3% and also 5%. So that is the correct answer. The swing percentage for weekly time frame would be better between the 3 and 5%. Okay, so now we'll get back to the harmonic and pattern scanner over here. Then just get back to the software now. Okay, I just close this tab. And if I want to open the harmonic scanner, firstly I'll have to enable the harmonic patterns in the chart. And I can do that by just right clicking on the chart, and then I'll go to the chart settings over here. Here I can see the patterns option. Here I'll just keep a tick on the show harmonic pattern option. Okay, and then I'll set it. Now I can see that harmonic pattern is formed over here. Now I just run the scanner also. Now in this particular harmonic pattern, I can see that it is a orange pattern. Okay, so orange pattern basically means that it is a bearish pattern formation over here, and a blue pattern means that there would be a bullish momentum over here. Okay, it shows a bullish pattern. Okay, now we'll see both the examples in this HDFC live chart. I can just I'll just remove the tools over here. Okay, and I also remove the study. Okay. Now I'll just give you a brief like how you can plan your trades with the help of harmonic patterns over here. Now in this is a bullish pattern. Okay. Now this pattern ends on this particular candle over here in the green candle. Okay. I can just keep the high of this candle as a stop loss. For that, I'll just draw a support line, draw a horizontal line over here, and I can draw that by just clicking U, and then I'll just uh, okay. I'll just click U on this candle, and also if I want to catch the high of this candle, I'll just click on H, and this would catch the high of the candle. Just click on enter, and I have drawn a particular line over here which will show my stop loss, okay, for a bearish moment. And I can take an entry from the low of this candle. If a candle breaks the low of this particular candle, I can take an entry over here. I'll just select the low. By similarly, I just click on U, and then I'll click L for low, and then I'll enter. So now here you can see that I have captured the low of this candle. Now this particular candle, this day's candle, is breaking this candle's low. So I can plan a trade over here also, and I can see that this particular point should be my stop loss basically, but this is very much closer to my entry point. So I'll just keep this particular point as my target. So I'll just select, I'll draw a line over here. Okay, so this would be my first target. Now if I want a second target also, I can just see this particular ending point, and I'll click U, and then select the low of this candle, and I can just similarly mark this as my target too. Okay, now if this movement, we can see that in this particular chart, if the price crosses below this for my first target, and if I don't want to exit from the trade Now I just want to wait for the second target over here. I can keep this particular target, my first target, as my trailing stop loss, and then I can plan my trade accordingly. If this particular target breaks, I can just exit from the trade over here. So this is how you can use a bullish harmonic pattern, and we'll also see a example for a bearish pattern. I just remove these particular tools. Okay, now I can see that this in this candle formation, okay, this is the candle where the harmonic pattern has completed. Okay, I'll just select this particular candle's low over here. Okay, and enter. So this would be my stop loss, and the this particular candle's high point would be my entry point. So when the price would break this particular candle, the cover candle, I can just take a trade over here. Okay, in this candle also, the third candle basically. Okay, just zoom this. Okay, so this is where I can take a trade, and then I can see that this particular point I can keep it as a stop loss also. I can keep it as a first target also, but it is very near to my entry point. So I just keep this point as my target. Okay, so I just select the high of this candle. I have selected the high, and now I can see that there it has been a movement, and I can see that my target has also been achieved over here at this point of time. So this is how you can use the bullish and bearish chart patterns over here. You just have to keep an eye that which color pattern has been formed. Blue basically means a bearish pattern, and blue basically means a bullish pattern, and orange basically means a bearish pattern. Okay, so now if you want to scan, if you want to run a scan that in which particular stocks there has been a formation of such patterns, I can just run a scanner through the harmonic pattern and scanner in the query section over here. I'll just select this and I'll get to the settings in this tab. Okay, I can filter it out according to the rates over here. If I want to filter it out, that the rate should be over 100 and under to 20,000. The quantity also I can filter it out, the trades also. And similarly, if I want only the active stocks, I can just keep a tick on last traded on yesterday's trading, the last trading session over here. Okay, I can, if I want to ignore the indices, I can just keep a tick on this. Now here I can run the scanner on either on the entire NSE cash exchange or on the entire exchanges of NSE or BSE, and similarly I can run this on a particular group. Okay, I'll just run it on the entire NSE for now. Now if you want only the equity stocks, I will keep a tick on NSE show equity only. I can run this scanner on a daily time frame, an intraday time frame, or a weekly time frame. Okay, I'll select daily for now. Now here you can search for the harmonic patterns which are completed or the harmonic patterns which are in progress currently. Okay, and you can similarly search for chart patterns also, like double top or double bottom. Okay, you can search for that also, and you can scan if you want to see the harmonic patterns which are completed recently in last 2 to 3 days. You can just write over here 2 or 3 according to you, and then here you can also select the swing percentage over here. So now that I'm running this this particular scanner on a daily time frame, I'm just selecting the swing percentage as 3%. Okay, now if you want to run this scanner on an intraday time frame, you can select the swing percentage as 0.5, which is more suitable for intraday. And then similarly, if you want a weekly one, if you want to run this on a weekly time frame, you can just select the swing percentage between 3 to 5% as you have suggested. Okay, Now I'll just run this scanner and I can see that in which particular stocks there is a harmonic pattern formation. So I can see that here in this Remsen Industries, I can see that here there is a bullish pattern. Okay, similarly, here is there is a bearish pattern formation, a white swan formation. You can see the exchange over here, the script code, then the script name, the period. I'm running this on a daily time frame, so here you will see the daily time frame, the swing percentage, the reversal percentage, you'll see it over here, the pattern name also you can see the now here I can see the white swan formation. You can also see the name on the chart also. In ATGL also there is a C pony formation. In Remsen Industries there is a C pony formation, a bullish formation. Okay, you can see the last traded price over here and the last time it was traded. Okay, so this is how you can run a scanner over here. Okay, now if you want to see the harmonic patterns which are currently in progress, okay, which have not yet completed, you can just select the harmonic in progress from here to search for, and then we can run this. Now here I can see that in Berger Paint, okay, in Marsdock, there is currently a formation happening. We can only see a one triangle has been formed, and we can just wait till the another triangle has formed, and then the pattern would be completed, and then we can plan the trades accordingly. So you can also see a bearish formation over here and a bullish formation in this particular stock. In GRSE, you can see a bullish formation. So this is how you can run a scanner for harmonic completed patterns and also harmonic patterns in progress. So now if I want to run a scanner for chart patterns only, I can just select chart patterns over here and I can run it, and I can see in which particular stocks there is a chart pattern formation. Here in this stock I can see an ABCD formation also, and then similarly a double top formation also. So in Apollo also I can see multiple chart patterns formation. Okay, so this is how you can run a scanner with harmonic pattern and scanner. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood this particular feature over here. I just get back to the presentation now, and here also we can see that this tool like helps us to scan the particular patterns. Like we can often miss out the pattern formations in all of the scripts. Like you cannot run like just go through each and every script and then scan for the search for the harmonic patterns. So instead of that you can just use this scanner, and you can see a list of stocks and a list of scripts in which the harmonic has been completed, and you can use this for your trading purposes. Okay. Now I can see a question over here that is from Vaman Shenoy. They are asking me to plot the harmonic pattern once again, please. Okay, so no issues. So I'll just get back to the software now. Okay, now if I want to plot the harmonic pattern on my chart, I just have to right click on the chart and then go to the chart settings over here. Okay, I just click on that. Now here I'll see multiple tabs such as chart display, levels or gaps. Now in second last option would be patterns. Okay, now you can see over here, you can you can show just tick on the show harmonic patterns, and then if you want to see the harmonic patterns which are in progress currently, the partially completed harmonics, you can just keep a tick over here also and then set. So here you can see the formations. Okay, so this is how you can plot the harmonic patterns on your chart. So is this clear now, sir? Okay, now I'll just get to the next tab. So this is how you can see the results in the results tab over here. So now the next feature, the last feature would be tool query. Okay, so we'll just launch a quick poll regarding to this tool query feature. Okay, now and you can you can just vote for the polls. Kindly vote in the poll. I can see that only 31 percentage of people has voted till now. Kindly vote so we can start with the next feature. So I can see over here that majority of people have voted for the none of the above option, and now we'll see the correct answer for that particular poll. Okay, now I'll just get back to the presentation. Now in tool query, I can see the support resistance lines or the retracement or extension lines over here. So you can see that 16 percentage of people have voted for the correct option. Okay. Now that I have created the support and resistance lines. Okay. And if I want to see that which particular stocks are near that line. Okay. I can run a scanner for that also. I'll just go to the query section and go to the tool query. Okay. Here I can run this on different time frames. If I have selected all, I'll see all the support or resistance or the retracement or extension lines I have created. Okay. Now I'll just run it. I can run it on either on the entire exchange of NSE Cash, VSC Cash, or the a particular group. Okay, I'll run it on the entire exchange of NSE Cash for now. I'll just run it. Okay, now here this is where I can see the stocks in which I have created I have made or drawn a support or resistance line. Okay, so here I can see in this particular stock I have created the lines. This is a particular stock, and similarly in Godrej also I have created the lines. Okay, so I can see a list of stocks where I have created the support or resistance lines over here. Okay, so now if I want only the support lines, I can see the support lines also. I can see the retracement lines also over here in tools. In the tools, column, you can see SR line, and similarly you can see the retracement line, line one, line two, line three, and line four. Okay, so you can see that lines over here also. Now if you want to see that the if you want to see the close, if the close of the particular, if the price of a particular stock is in that range, if it's in your support or resistance range, okay, you can just select the range over here, the percentage over here, if you want to see the stocks in which the particular stocks which are near 2 percentage or 3 percentage of your support line or your resistance line, you can just write 2 over here and then keep a tick on this, and then you can run it accordingly. And I can see that in this particular stocks, here I have created a support line. I can see the level over here. This is the 744.75 level. I can see that over here, and I can see the line also. Okay, I can see that my price is near that line with 2 percentage. Okay, so I can run a scanner accordingly. Okay, now you can run a scanner likewise. Okay, now if I only want the support or resistance line, I don't want the retracement lines, I'll just untick these options. I'll run this and I can only see the support lines over here. If I want to see the retracement levels, the price, my price is near my retracement levels. If I want to see that, I can just run this over here. I can see in SBIN also. Here we have created a retracement. Okay, I just remove the other line tools. So here I have drawn a retracement line. Okay, so if I now my closing price is near my retracement 4. So that is what I can see over here. That is in between the 2 percentage of my retracement lines. Okay, and this is how you can run this tool query feature over here. Okay, you can also see that if you have, added the support or resistance lines to a particular for a particular harmonic pattern, like for you have if you have created a harmonic pattern, if you have seen that there is an harmonic pattern formation over here, and if you want the breakout, you want to see that in which particular stocks there is a breakout, and if you want to just run that scanner, you can just draw a line over here at this point, and then you can see that when this line breaks out, now you can also see an add to alert option here. Now if your price breaks out from this particular line, I'll just draw a line over here by selecting the high. I have drawn a line. Okay. Now if I want to see when I want an alert when my particular price breaks out from this line, this support line, I can just select this particular I can just select this particular stock, and then I can just run it. I can just add to the alert, and then I'll get an alert over here in a green box when my price is going upwards that particular line. Okay, similarly, I can see that my price, I have drawn a retracement over here. And if I want to see if I want a alert when my price goes below this retracement line, okay, I'll just select Aisha Motors and then I'll add it to alert. Okay, now I can see that I have here the price alert has automatically selected rate below option. So when my rate goes below this retracement line, it will go give me an alert over here. I can also see that this is for the retracement 3, which is below 50%. I'll just add it, and this has been added over here. So I'll get a um, this I'll get an alert with this particular message over here. And when I click on that alert, I'll just get to the Aisha Motors chart also. So I don't have to open the chart again. So this is how you can use the tool query feature from Spider software. Okay. So I'll just get back to the presentation. So here you can like create a scan when your price is near those percentages as we saw, and similarly you can set alerts for the breakouts. Okay, breakout of the those particular levels. So okay, I'll just repeat the tool query feature again. I'll just give you a brief about it. So basically, tool query is used when you have drawn some support or resistance lines, okay, and you are waiting for that breakout. And if you want to see like in which particular stocks you have drawn those lines, you can just run a scanner, this tool query scanner for this that particular option. And if you want to see the particular stocks which are near the prices in which the price is near your support or resistance line, so you can keep a watch, in that particular stocks. You can just you can just keep a tick on this, and you can select the percentage over here. You can select either 1%, 2%, if your price is near 1% of your support line, or if it is near 1% of your retracement breakout. So you can just select that over here, and then you can run the scanner. You will see all those particular stocks in which your particular price is near your retracement. Or so here in SBI, and also I can see that my price is near in within 2% range of my retracement level over here. So, and if you want the breakout, okay, if you want a breakout of that particular line, like for example in support lines, okay, if I want a breakout from here in this from this particular point, I if my price gives a breakout from this level, if I want to add an alert for that, I can just add to alert, and then I'll get an alert over here. I can just get an alert in the right hand corner over here with a green signal, that so you can see that but in that particular stock, the price has given a breakout. So this is how you can use tool query. Okay. So with this, I'll just conclude my webinar over here. So thank you everyone for attending today's session. And if you have any other doubts, you can contact our support landline number, which is 022 3501 8383. And you can also contact us on WhatsApp also. You can also mail us if you have any doubts or queries on support@spidersoftwareindia.com, or and our website is www.spidersoftwareindia.com. Okay. I have also launched a poll, so you can just give your feedbacks on how you like this webinar. That would be very helpful for us. Thank you for your responses. And if you have any more doubts regarding all these features, you can contact us on the support landline number and we'll be there to assist you. Okay? Thank you.